Gentleman's Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this one to come in. I didn't get to try it last year. It's out for the second time. It's another one from Block 15 Brewing out of Corvallis, Oregon. It is the Incredible. This one just hit the store, and today is March 9th, and this was canned on March 2nd. So just a week ago, you know it's fresh. It's just made it into the distribution centers and out to the stores. So it is their big double IPA. Some people are referring to this as a triple IPA from last year. It's 10.5% ABV. They make it with Pilsner and Pale Malts, and they just say a whole load of their favorite hops. They don't tell you much more than that. You gotta love the label on this one. So let's get her cracked open. All right, we can get the pour. I don't like filling it too high, so I can swirl it, but look there, it's just that appropriate color. It's kind of that deep orange, maybe the lightest amount of copper hues on it. Just a very thin head, but it's all about the nose and the taste, isn't it? Oh, it's beautiful aromas coming out, but I want to say it comes across very smooth. That must be that Pilsner character coming through. So many of these are just made with a pale malts, maybe some caramel or out Munich or something. So the Pilsner, so it's probably really clean, I would imagine. But you get this beautiful, beautiful orange and orange peel and grapefruit coming through. Just really nice, right off the top. And it just smells like it's just gonna be really smooth on the tongue somehow. Oh yeah, but there's some tropical stuff coming through too. I get like a little bit of a pineapple brightness, and I get some mango character going on it also. And I get a bit of like a resin, slightly sharp, almost like a pine needle type resin, like green pine needles. And almost like a hint of a melon on there too, like a green honeydew melon. Oh, that's really pleasant. I love it. Maybe a bit of orange peel as well as the orange itself. And just like a light, earthy, spicy kind of hint. Probably more from the resin side. So, right, we're going to jump in. Cheers. Oh, yum. Oh, wow. It's smooth, but it's very big, so I won't kid you. It's a little bit boozy. It's there. That never detours me, you know that. But it's just got this almost creamy, smooth character, as well as then there's this like a bit of a crispness too. I mean, it's like a moderate carbonation. It's not heavily carbonated. It's not light. It's just perfect, a nice balance. But I love the character. It comes off slightly smooth, creamy, but there's this like slightly crispness to it as well. It's kind of that paradox, right? But the flavor is wonderful. It's definitely sweet. I don't think it's overly sweet. I've had a number of these like big IPAs, triple type IPAs, double IPAs recently that are in the 10 plus range. And this one's definitely got some booziness, but it's not quite as boozy as those ones at 10.5. The resin kick on it's really fun. It's not overwhelming, but it puts this little like sharpness, you know, this sharp resin kind of kick, along with maybe some of that orange peel, possibly a little bit of a grapefruit peel as well. But man, and that's so fresh, of course, those characters, those hops are so bright, along with that sweetness. They're just big. It is just big old fruit on here. It's like you're getting a little bit of sweet grapefruit, a little bit of the more bite type of grapefruit. You're getting the orange on there, but you're getting the orange peel on there. So there's definitely a good amount of bitterness on this, along with that pine resin. That's so fresh. It's just really refreshing. I get a bit of the mango coming through. Maybe just a hint of the pineapple. It's very light. I'm not getting the melon so much in the taste right now, but it's drinking wonderful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little time with this, let it warm up, and I'll come back with some conclusions and numbers. Wow. This is one beautiful beer. Leaves a little bit of lacing, you know, and legs on the side. It's a big old beer. I've really been digging on some of these New England style IPAs. I think those are just beautiful beers. They don't have quite the bitterness though. It's a different style. But these big giant triple IPA styles, because this definitely falls into that category, they are just wonderful. Anymore, they must use just massive quantities of hops. And I know they're using better techniques to draw out the flavors from those hops and the beers, being much more efficient in brewing these days. But this is big, it's very sweet, so they use a lot of the pale malts and a lot of the Pilsner malts, and they really do not just take it down all the way. It's not a dry beer. They're just leaving so much sweetness in this, and they need to carry these vast amount of hops that they put into these beers. But for me, it works. You've got to like sweet, but for me, it works. It balances out in the end, but it's a big blast in the face. It's like when you were a kid, the first time you had like a juicy fruit or something, right? I don't think you'll find any ratings on this out there, possibly under Untapped, but it doesn't matter. For me, this is the kind of thing I dig on. I love it. So for Imperial IPA, this has just got a rank. This goes right back into that world-class level as far as I'm concerned. So what does this compare to? If you were to have gotten the Hypernova from Ecliptic, which was around, I believe, 12% ABV, or if you got the Lambda 3 or Lambda from Melvin Brewing, which is in the 13% range, this, even at 10.5%, absolutely falls into that same category. I mean, it's a big old boozy beer, high octane in terms of hops. I mean, it's just all there, bright, very sweet. If you've had any one of those, you'll like the others, and it's just a beauty. I have to push this right up with those others. It's very close to those in style to a large degree. It's a 96 in terms of Imperial IPAs. Overall, it's gonna hang pretty tight. I gotta love this kind of a beer. It's a beauty. I'm going only down one spot, 95. It's hanging tight and big and beautiful. I had already gotten a message from one of my sons saying, this might be his favorite beer. It is definitely in his top 3. He got one already too. I need to send a special thanks out to Lynn over at ABV Tap House for holding on to a couple of these for me and my son. And here it is. It is the incredible from Block 15 out of Corvallis, Oregon. This is the 2017 batch. That's right, they had one last year, never got it in 2016. They're kind of limited, they're gonna go fast, so you better grab it, go get it now. They're available today someplace, and we'll catch you later. This is Kevin at Clements Homebrew saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you on the next beer review.